the distal. So again, it's over the malleolus. This time we'll use this device. It's much smaller, so you see the bone here. You can use this type of smaller needle, or in this case, looks like they just exchanged the caps. But you can see the difference in a larger needle. And you can imagine that, wow, if I'm gonna go down into this bone, I'm gonna go right through it. So when you're feeling that site, you imagine how deep this will penetrate through. And if you go all the way through, you're gonna back out to the back end of the bone. This one might be just enough to penetrate, depending on the angle of which you come into the bone. You wanna try to make sure you're perpendicular, and in some cases, just a little bit at an angle, very little angle, so that you end up within the cavity space. But you gotta try to go in perpendicular so that it sits flush. And the idea is once it's in, this will bounce around, move, or wiggle. So you find your site, stabilize your site. You're ready to go, you clean it up, what they all call stabilizers. Make sure you have your securing devices. Prep up your line. This is a special device here. That has to be connected up slightly prior before that you begin, because it's gonna pop back up over that site, yeah. So you see, with this in there, your saline flush still is not gonna connect up to that. See, it won't connect up. Okay. All right. Let's see, we have everything set up. I use a little larger syringe this time. Draw your saline out of the bag. Can't do it too, wrong tip. Draw saline out of the bag. Connect up the syringe. Flush your line. Prep, stabilize your site. Clean it up. Again, either top or bottom. You want to go above this malleolus, so at the ankle bone, go 2 fingers, try to get that flat platform. You clean that site, stabilize above it, and then go in perpendicular. So you press in, then you just let it right in. Just squeeze the trigger until it sits. Once it sits, then go ahead and disconnect. Unscrew the top. Place it into your sharps container. Make sure and check to see that it flushes. So now you would tape this down with the cling and wrap this up, or once you come out and you try to place this device over, I swear that it's gotta be down in there. Sorry. So this connects up, then you pull your tabs out. and you should be able to see, because it's all clear underneath, that it flushed really well. I guess the last thoughts and process of this is that if the person has a blood pressure, you may need to put this under a pressure bag, or you may have to follow it up with some kind of, you're drawing and you're forcing and pushing the fluid in, because there's still some pressure within the system. So you're gonna need to force the fluid in. If this is in a no-flow state, such as a cardiac arrest, this should just run pretty quickly right into circulation. So a few sites with it. Proximal tibial, distal, and then the humeral head. All right.